Alright, hello everyone. I'm Arsh, and this would be my first recorded lecture on EP Arithmetic Progression. And basically, in this chapter, I'll be taking two classes. This is the first one in which I will be explaining you all the basic concepts and some sums through which you can understand EP really well. And then in the second lecture, which will be after this, we will be doing some tough sums, and you'll find these kind of sums in your NTSE, NSCGS, and PRMO exams for sure. And AP is a really interesting topic to learn, guys. Trust me on that. When we'll start, you get to see that on your own. Okay, so I'll just slide. Let's go. Okay, so first let me explain you what an AP is. Just a second, right? I hope you can see my screen. Okay. So basically, guys, an AP is just a series of numbers. See, I have a CD here which says 2, 4, 6, 8, and this continues up to let's say 68, 70, and continues still. So guys, what is the end of this series? Now I'm gonna say there's no end. There are infinite numbers, right? So the end is infinity. Right, that we hear. Okay. What I'm going to tell you is here is to find an AP, you need to have basic four terms. So what are those four terms? First of all, we have an A here. Now let me explain you what this sequence means. If you see the sequence, you'll get to see that 2, 4, 6, 8. What are we doing? We're adding 2 to 2 to get 4, and then we are again adding 2 to 4 to get 6, and then we are again adding 2 to 6 to get 8, and this just continues until infinity. So that's what an AP is, guys. And A basically in an AP denotes the first term. So see this AP and tell me what the first term is. The first term is 2, right? We have started the AP from 2. So if you have started the AP from let's say 3, it's 3, 5, 7, 9. So the first term is 3. But in this case, the first term, which is A, is going to be 2. Okay, now for the second term. Now guys, there's another thing which is known as D here. What is D? D is basically the common difference, guys. So common difference is basically the second term minus the first term, or the third term minus the second term, or the fourth term minus the third term, or the fifth term minus the fourth term, and this goes on and on. So what is that? Let's subtract the second term, which is 4, minus the first term, which is 2, which is also equal to the third term minus second term, as I said. So what is the third term here? 6 minus the second term, which is 4. And what does this give? It gives us 2 as the answer in each case. So what is the common difference? It's 2. Now for the third thing, we get something known as n and an. Okay. So n is basically the number of terms. So what is the number of terms here, guys, in this AP? 2, 4, 6, 8, infinity, right? So n is basically infinity in this case. And what is an? An basically denotes the nth term, like the fifth term or the sixth term. So what is the third? Let's go with third term. What is the third term in this case? First term is 2, second term is 4, and third term is 6. So the third term in this case would be 6. Isn't that right? Now, let's take a simple question based on this. Then I'll explain you more things. Okay, so it's given find the 20th term of the given AP 14, 40, 4, 14, 24. So let's just write that, guys. What is the AP given to us here? 4, 14, 24, and so on. Okay, so let's just write all what we have gotten here. So As I told you, we would find A first. And what's A? A is the first term. And what is the first term of the sequence? It's 4, right? So our A will be equal to 4. Now, now we used to find D, right? What is D? Second term minus first term, or the third term minus the second term. And that's gonna be equal in every case if and only if the given sequence is an AP. If it is not said in the question that the given sequence is an AP, we cannot find the D in this case. It will be variable, right? It will keep changing in each case. So second term minus third term minus second term would be something else. Second term minus first term would be something else. Therefore, we cannot find anything in that question. Okay, so coming back to the question, what do we have as D here? We have second term minus first term, which is 14 14 minus 4, which equals 10. Isn't that right? Now, so we have written all that we could, right? We got all the information from the sequence, or we got all the information from the sequence, right? Now, let's see what do we need to find. Now, if you see, guys, we don't have the n and the nth here, right? So, let's go back to the question here. The question is find the 20th term of the given AP. Okay, guys. So we have got 20th term. So what is AN? It is 820, right? So we need to find 820. Why? Because we need to find the 20th term, and 20th term is basically nth term, and in this case the value of n is 20. So we need to find the 20th term. And what does 20th term means? The value of n we have here is 20. Understood? Because we need to find the 20th term. So we have n as 20. Now guys, all we need to do is use a very basic formula we have here, which is given by an is equal to the first term plus the number of terms we have minus 1 into d. So this is the formula of an arithmetic progression, guys. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So all you're just gonna get sums like these and some sums to find the sum of a given series, which we will discuss in the second lecture. Here I'm just gonna be explaining you all the basics. Alright. So we've got this formula we have to use in each case. An gives is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay. So just substitute all the terms now, guys. Okay, so we need to find the an, right? So we write 820 because n is 20 in this case, equal to what do we have as a? We got the a as 4. Substitute 4 in this equation. 4 plus n minus 1. 20 minus 1, that would give us 19, right? Into d, and we got the d as 10. Substitute the value of d. Now what do we have? 820 is equal to 4 plus 19 into 10. Now what do we have? 820 is equal to 4 plus 190, because 19 into 10 is 190, right? And we get the value of 820, which is the 20th term, as 194. This is going to be our final answer, guys. So I'll just summarize it all for you. So we found the first term of the sequence, which was 4. Now we got the D by subtracting the second term from the subtracting the first term from the second term, or the second term from the third term, and we got the value as 10. We needed to find the 20th term, so that's a variable which we need to find. You can keep it as x, or you can keep it as a20, whatever your wish is. And since we needed to find the 20th term, number of terms, which is n, was given to us as 20. We substitute all of those in this formula. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into t, and we get the value as 194. Now let's go with another question, guys. I'm going to be solving 3 questions, guys, so to just clear your basics here. And then in the second lecture, it's going to be a bit tougher, but you'll get the AP all right. And if need comes, I'll keep a revision lecture for you, which I think should be live. I'll discuss that. We'll see that later. Okay. So let's see the second term. This is just I just got all these terms, sums from from our academy, guys, because I didn't want to make my own sums, and if I found some error in that, so I'm going to be keeping my own sums. I'll be providing you a DPP which will have around 10 sums, and you need to solve that, and you have to give it to me as homework. And if you don't, you'll not be given access to the live lecture in which I will be clearing all your doubts. So make sure you complete the homework, right? Okay. So find the difference between the 20th and the 15th term of an AP. 3, 14, 25, 36. So just let's write the sequence down, right, guys? 3, 14, 25, 36. 3, 14, 25, 36, and on and on. This is an AP, right? So let's just extract all whatever we can from the statement. A we can find easily as 3 because 3 is the starting term of the sequence. B would be given to us as the second term minus the first term, which is 14 minus 3 is equals to 11. So guys, in this case, you don't need to check the AP by subtracting the first term from the second term or the second term from the third term. It's already been given as AP, as an AP, right? So you have to just subtract the second term from the first term and you get the answer. You don't need to check it every time. Okay, now the D was given to us as 11, and what? So we have extracted all we could from this sequence, right? So now let's see what have we got here. Difference between 20th term and the 15th term. Okay, guys. So we need to find difference between 20th term, right? 20th term and 15th. So this is what we need to find. So guys, what is 20th? It's AN, right? So that's basically A20 minus A15, right? And guys, okay, now we'll just create two equations in this case, guys. You get me? So what will A20 be, guys? It would be A plus N minus 1, A plus N minus 1 into D, and N is given to us as 20. A plus, this is just the formula, the basic formula which I'm writing for you. That's the formula, right? So A20 would be equal to, we have the value of A as 3 plus N minus 1. Since we need to find the 20th term, the value of N is 20 and N minus 1 would be 19. 20 minus 1 would be 19 and the D is given to us as 11, right? Find that. A20 is equal to 3 plus, what is 19 into 11? 1 plus 9 is equals to 10. 1 plus 9 is equals to 10. And just a second. That's the answer. So 820 is this. A plus 19 into 11, 3 plus 209, which gives us 212, right? And A15 is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D, which is 3 plus 154 and gives us 157. We needed to find difference between 20th and 15th, which is 212 here minus 157, which gives us 55. Okay guys, so I hope you understood the question. Now we're gonna do one more question, which is gonna be the final one. Let's see what it is. Just clear this all. Just a second, guys. Okay, so let's see the third question. Okay, so 13, 19, 25, 31, and last term 117 are in AP. Find n. So guys, this is a really interesting question, and I'm sure you're gonna like this very much. Let's just write the sequence first. 13, 19, 25, 19, 25, 31, up to 117. Okay, so as I said, what would we do? Find all the things we can from the sequence. First of all, we find A, which is equals to 13, which is the first term, right, of the sequence. Then we find D, which is second term minus the first term. And since the sequence above is already given as an AP, we do not need to confirm it. We just find the second term minus the first term as the AP. It gives us 19 minus 13, which equals 6. Now, now we have extracted everything, but there's one thing more, guys, in this question which we can find what it is. You see, the last term is given in this case, which is 117, right? Just confirm it. Actually, sorry, I done a mistake. Yeah, it's 117. So, guys, what did I tell you? What does a last term mean? Remember, guys, I told you that an nth term, last term, getting the relation. So the nth term of an AP is basically a term of the AP which we do not know and we need to find. But in this case, we have been given the last term, which is 117. So in this case, the nth term would be 117. So in this case, we got the value of an as 117. Now what do we need to find? Let's take the question. Find n. That's right. So guys, basically, yeah, you're gonna be given all, they're gonna be given some variables, only one variable, and all are constants. So you can find that. But in some cases, you'll be asked to find n, as in this case, and that might get you in a quadratic formula. Okay, we'll discuss that as we move on. Just let's just write the formula. An is equals to a plus n minus 1d, right? We have done this formula, right? Let's substitute everything. An is 117, which gives a. First value is a, so a is equal to 13 plus n minus 1. Not been given a n minus 1, right? So let's just leave it like that. And d we found out as 6. Let's solve it. 117 will be equal to 13 plus multiply 6 by n minus 1, which will give you 6n minus 6. Now solve it. 117 will give you 13 minus 6, which is 7 plus 6n. That's right. Now take the constants to the LHS variable to the RHS. 117 minus 7 would give you 110, which is equals to 6n. Alright guys, let me see that. 110 is equals to 6n, right? So n will come out as 110 by 6. So if you simplify that, you'll get 55 by 3. That's what n is. I think there's some mistake in this question, guys. I'm not sure. Oh, it's 187. Oh my god. So, okay, guys, I'm sorry. This is 187. I cannot just understand his writing. I'm really sorry, guys. I'll solve it again for you. Just substitute it for 187 in the equation. Uh, okay, so now let's solve the equation from here. 187 gives 13 minus 6 is 7 plus 6n, right? Now we take the constants to the LHS, variables to the RHS. 187 minus 7 would give 180, which would give 6. 180 is equal to 6n. Take n to the other side, which will be n is equal to 180 by 6, which gives 30. 30 is the required value of n here, guys, which will give us the answer. I hope you understood this, guys, and I'm going to be ending the lecture right here. And in tomorrow's session or next session, whenever I take, I'll be giving you some more harder sums than these, and then we'll be starting some of an AP. All right. Thank you so much for attending this lecture, guys, and I'm really sorry for all the disturbances that took place. So I'm going to be ending the lecture. Thank you.